The RBI may have left the repo rate unchanged at 5.5%, but the real story from the latest monetary policy is the wave of reforms for banks. Equity markets gave a big thumbs up and bank stocks rose sharply as the central bank announced measures that will cut costs and open up new business opportunities. First, a major change in deposit insurance. Since 1962, all banks have been paying the same premium, which is 12 paise for every 100 rupees of deposits. But from 2026-27, the system will turn risk based. Stronger banks with healthier balance sheets will pay lower premiums, while weaker banks may pay more. This is expected to significantly reduce costs for well managed lenders. Second, banks will now get a larger role in corporate activity. The RBI will allow them to finance mergers and acquisitions, a long pending demand from the industry. Loan limits against shares, REITs, and INVITs are being raised. The ceiling on loan against listed debt securities is being abolished. Even for individuals, the cap on financing IPOs and loans against shares has been increased. This opens up a whole new lending avenue. Third, the RBI scrapped the limit on how much a single bank can lend to large corporations. This cap was introduced back in 2016 during the bad loan cleanup drive. Now, the focus shifts to system wide risk rather than individual bank exposure. This gives big companies easier access to bank credit while still keeping an eye on overall stability. Fourth, the RBI has given banks more breathing room on the new expected credit loss framework. Instead of an abrupt start, it will kick in from April 2027 with a 4-year glide path until March 2031. This will soften the impact of higher provisioning requirements on bank balance sheets. So, while households wait for possible repo rate cut in December, banks already have reason to celebrate. Lower insurance costs, new lending opportunities, relaxed exposure norms, and more time to adapt to credit loss rules. This is nothing short of a liberalization wave for India's banking sector. Do you think these reforms will boost growth without creating new risks? Share your views in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates on India's economy and markets.